My friends, border security isn't just about illegal immigration, it's about American lives. Shocking statistics reveal that we've lost almost twice as many people per year from fentanyl as we lost in the entire Vietnam War. It's not just a crisis, it's a national emergency. And President Trump's decisive action implementing tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China is targeting the source of this deadly poison that's flowing into our communities. Well, the Biden administration spent years wringing their hands and claiming they needed congressional approval to secure our border. Trump solved the crisis in just 6 weeks. No bill needed. Promises made, promises kept. And while President Trump battles fentanyl at the border, countless Americans are battling pain in their daily lives, just as Trump's tariffs target the source of deadly drugs. Conolidine targets your pain at its source, while Biden's open borders let in dangerous substances. Medical experts have discovered this 100% natural drug-free solution that optimizes your body's own pain-fighting endorphins. And the border crisis, yes, it destroys American lives through fentanyl, but your personal pain crisis doesn't have to continue. Over 1 million Americans and professional athletes have already embraced Conolidine's power. Unlike the fentanyl pouring across our border, Conolidine is legal worldwide, it's certified drug-free, and it's non-addictive. Experience freedom from pain just as Trump is freeing our border from crisis. Visit trycono.com/NNN today, and it's linked down below. Okay, let's get into this right now. This is 24 hours ago. We're learning that it says Orange County Sheriff. We've been working with our partners at the Osceola Sheriff to take down a group of Colombian nationals committing residential burglaries, targeting the homes and apartments of business owners while they're at work. We believe they're responsible for a series of residential burglaries in Osceola and Orange County. Taking down this group required extensive investigation and surveillance. February 21st, a group of suspects drove into an apartment complex near Universal Boulevard and Sand Lake Road, kicked in the door of an apartment, burglarized the residence. Detectives followed that group, and they were apprehended in an apartment complex near Vineland and Conroy Roads. It was discovered at the jail that 2 of the suspects had ICE deportation warrants and are working with ICE to determine whether state immigration charges are warranted.
Residential burglaries.
Look at Driver, put your hands up, do it now!
In February, we began working with our partners at the Osceola County Sheriff's Office to take down a group of Colombian nationals who were committing residential burglaries.
Look at me. That's a wig.
That's a wig. Yep. Well, it looks like they finally caught this crime ring, and that's all part of this new administration and the coordination with ICE and local law enforcement. We have this: is Minnesota passing out citizenship is Minnesota passing out citizenship rapid pace to illegals? Check this out from Minnesota suburbs this afternoon. Line blocks long. Tried calling ICE, no answer. Who do we call when we see these questionable things? And what is this? Naturalization ceremony door 3. What's going on? I mean, if they're having a naturalization ceremony, theoretically, it should be like a legit one. So people are concerned right there. We're going to continue tracking things down. We have this County of San Diego staffer named Tammy, whose job it is to protect children from abusive parents, sent an email to employees offering a group that warns illegal immigrants of ICE.gov raids, claiming they're afraid to go to work or send their kids to school. The kicker, the email signature says Americans live on occupied lands. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Americans live on occupied lands. So why did you come here? Yeah, believe it. We got this. Just over a month into office, U.S. President Trump has ordered ICE and other law enforcement to ramp up raids on undocumented immigrants following a campaign promise of mass deportation. ICE raid of New Jersey kebab restaurant rattles the local community. I guess you're going to be short on kebabs this week, guys. I'm sorry about that. But hey, that's where we're at. Here we have leader John Thune on President Trump's tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. Listen in.
In the entire Vietnam War. Look at the way fentanyl has impacted this country. We've lost almost twice as many people per year from fentanyl as we lost in the entire Vietnam War. I mean, this is a crisis, and the president's trying to address it. I think that the tariffs are, in my view, a means to an end, not the end itself, and hopefully it's something that can be temporary in nature, but there is clearly, on his part at least, an attempt to use these in a targeted way to achieve and accomplish something that I think a lot of the Americans expect him to address. Look at the way fentanyl has impacted this country.
And thankfully, these tariffs and the immigration and customs enforcement is going to shut all this down. Promises made, promises kept. 6 hours ago, immigration crackdown 2022. Okay, these are the Southwest border encounters for February 2022. 166,000. 2023, 156,000, 2024, 189,000, and in 2025, 8,326. So President Trump, they're getting the message. They're not coming here. Here we have, this was published 6 hours ago by Secretary Kristi Noem. Northern Virginia is safer this morning after a successful operation. Let's check this out.
Bad dudes. This morning we're going after MS-13 gang members, 18th Street gang members, bad dudes, getting them off the street. Thanks to all these officers putting their lives at risk to work in our task forces to make our streets safe. This morning we're going after...
And Kristi Noem right there in full glam makeup going on an ICE raid. Real, man. This is wild. You got to love it, though, because this is the new America, and I'm here for it. Rapid Response 47. Biden and company said they needed a bill in order to do their constitutional duty. President Trump did it in 6 weeks. Oh, remember this?
Says there's a lack of urgency.
Have you made a final decision on taking executive order in terms of what you want to do at the border? That includes the power to shut down the border, as it was suggested.
Well, it suggested that. We're examining whether or not I have that power.
He says there's a lack of...
Whether or not I have the power. Well, now we know that he did have the power and he did nothing. Insurrection Barbie, a picture is worth 1,000 words. U.S.-Mexico border encounters plummeted in February under Trump. As you see there, another representation of that massive drop. Here we have 5 hours ago, border czar Tom Homan delivering a message to Boston sanctuary mayor. Ooh, what's he saying?
Well, coming to the police.
What's your message to the sanctuary city mayors? What would you say to them?
Well, look, I met with the House Republicans yesterday and went over sanctuary cities and the dangerous sanctuary cities. Sanctuary city mayors are going to say this. We're a sanctuary city, we're a welcoming community, because we want victims and witnesses of a crime to feel comfortable coming to the police and report a crime as a victim witness without worry we're working with ICE. That is a false narrative, because victims and witnesses of crime do not want the bad guy back in the community. They would much rather this person be taken in custody of ICE after the county's done with them. That's the message. Sanctuaries are sanctuary criminals. And as far as the mayor of Boston saying safest city, well, I know 9 children that would disagree with her. 9 parents, sets of parents whose children were sexually assaulted, raped by people who are not supposed to be here in the country illegally. So we're going to provide real examples of people that they released from custody in these sanctuary cities that ICE took a lot of time to find these people and take them off the streets. And who knows how many children were attacked by these people between the time the county released them and ICE was able to find them, because sometimes it takes months. So we're going to present real life situations on real victims of real illegal immigration crime.
What? Wow. It's happening. Finally, the crackdown at the border that we've all been waiting for. And we're going to keep tracking all this. So much news. And we're going to keep celebrating every time another flight goes out to Guantanamo. And the border czar, Tom Homan, delivered a powerful message to Boston Sanctuary City Mayor Michelle Wu after she claimed her city was safe. I know 9 children that would disagree with her, he said, referencing those 9 children who were assaulted by illegal aliens who should never have been in America. In Northern Virginia, successful operations are removing criminal aliens and gang members from our streets. This is what real border enforcement looks like. Remember when Democrats insisted the border was secure and there was no crisis? Yeah, do I even have the executive authority? Yeah. Well, the question every American should be asking is how many innocent lives could have been saved if Biden had secured the border from day one instead of day one of Trump's return? Show your support for border security by going to shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. Grab a hat, grab a shirt, and show the world you stand with real news.